Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Noise, and welcome back to Terraria, the melee-only challenge. Last episode, we defeated the Moonlord, and we got Meowmere. We also went and found a shrine, and was able to get our enchanted sword. So at this point, the only thing we need left for this challenge, for making the Zenith, is Star Wrath? Star Fury? Star Wrath. The upgraded Star Fury from the Moonlord. So we're going to fight the Moonlord a lot today. Hopefully not too much. Between episodes, I did a lot of exploring, trying to find an aglet. I can't find an aglet in this world, so we're never going to upgrade our shoes to the max tier, whatever. Terra boots, I think? Terra Spark boots, something like that. I don't remember what they're called. But no luck. I went fishing for a while and got a bunch of crates. It didn't help. So there is an item that I was trying to get that I'm not going to be able to. There's no real reason because we're just going to use our UFO for most of this fight. And we have our accessories, same things as before. We have our amazing solar flare armor and Meowmere, which deadly I think is good enough. I'm not gonna, I could probably try to reforge it. We don't have that much money, to be perfectly honest. We have 4 platinum. That's not that much at in-game stuff. So yeah, the plan for today is pretty simple. We're gonna fight the Moonlord. I went ahead between episodes and did the celestial events. The Stardust Pillar is almost dead, so we just gotta go over there, finish him off, and the Moonlord will come in. And then I do have another Celestial Sigil in case we need to fight the Moonlord again immediately afterwards. But basically, yeah, we're going to fight the Moonlord till we get the Star Wrath and make the Zenith. And then we have to fight the Moonlord one more time just to see how strong the Zenith actually is. So that's the plan. Let's go ahead and get into this. So this is going to be the last episode of the Melee Only Challenge. Now that doesn't mean we're not going to be doing more challenges in the near future, because we are. But we're going to move on to different classes. So there is the Stardust. Let's get all of that. And let's get back home. And get to our arena. Get buffed. We have all of our potions and whatnot, so no big deal, just kind of gotta, do stuff. So Moonlord will be here momentarily. I don't know if Meowmere is going to be the best way, or if the Solar Eruption is going to be better to fight the Moonlord, just because of the range, more than anything. But if we can get the Terrarian, and not the Star Wrath, I keep wanting to call it the Star Fury. I know it's not the Star Fury, it's the Star Wrath. But if we can get the Terrarian, which is the yo-yo, we could use that. Because it is a melee weapon. And, yeah, that would be probably a little bit better. It's going to be stronger than the Solar Eruption. But it's also going to have that same kind of range. And there is Moonlord buffing. Alright. Let's just try our best to murder the Moonlord. And if we can, hit him with our... Whoop, that's the skybox. If we can hit him with our actual sword, that would be amazing. But it's really hard to hit the Moonlord. We are able to tank most of the damage, though, so that's good. Alright. Let's try... I'm going to fall down just a little bit and then get back in. Alright, so we're not really taking too much damage. This isn't going to be too difficult of a thing to do. But luckily our ninja gear is coming in clutch. Alright, so we need to do a little bit more damage to this guy. Meowmere is actually really good. And let's go ahead and finish off the forehead, eye. Perfect. Now that's going to make this fight a little bit harder, but we should be able to finish things off pretty quickly. And then it's just going to be a matter of... Oh, come on. hit the eye. Alright, we're gonna have to use the solar eruption for now. Just to get this eye. There we go. And we just gotta defeat the Moonlord's core. We're not really taking all that much damage, which is really nice. For the record, I am planning on playing the next class in normal mode as well. I want to do all the classes in normal mode just to see kind of what to expect before we even consider a more difficult mode. But there we go. That is really loud. I hope it's not too loud for you guys, but that is really loud for me. And what do we get? Portal gun and the lunar flare. That's disappointing. Alright, well, while we still have all our buffs for another couple of minutes, Celestial Sigil. Might as well fight the Moonlord immediately again. So, we're going to have a lot of stuff that we can't really use. Magic stuff, I am kind of not looking forward. Okay, so next up, I think I said today, actually, we're going to be doing the Ranger class. So, ranged weapons only. That means both bows and guns and crossbows and anything that says ranged. Then we'll probably do magic after that. No stipulations on that. Just kind of magic. If it says magic damage, we can use it. But then the last one is going to be Summoner. And Summoner is going to be both whips and actual summons. And that is something I am both terrified of and kind of looking forward to, because there's a lot of Summoner content that was added at the very, well, I'm going to say end. There's a lot of content of the Summoner that was added in the last update. So 1.4 points, whatever. And that is stuff I've not really gotten to play too much of. For various reasons. Just kind of not doing playthroughs. Still trying to get things done in the modded. Let's get rid of the map. We don't really need the map. But there's a lot of Summoner stuff that I've never really done anything with, including the what's it called? The whips. And so that is something I'm looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to playing as a Summoner, because that can be really annoying. Luckily, we are going to be doing normal mode, so it's not going to be hopefully too bad. And then I'm also not really looking forward to getting the ultimate weapon for that, which we'll get there when we get there. If you are aware of the Summoner weapons, you'll probably know which one I'm planning on getting for the finale. Kind of like the Zenith today. So, at least the Zenith is not that difficult. It's a little annoying because it's a 1 in 9 drop from Moonlord that we need. That's what we're looking for. There are 9 different weapons he can drop. And that was a good fight, actually, with the first phase. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. And our health is doing fine. I really do think that the ninja gear is amazing, and a big reason why we're doing so well. Plus, you know, solar flare armor is really good. That is the top tier armor. But the Moonlord is dead again, and now the question is, do I have to go fight the lunar events again, or am I done? I am not done. Oh, it is an annoying last prism, indeed. Okay, so I guess before I go off, I'm going to show off all of the Moonlord fights. We're going to do those all together because why not? But depending on how many there are, I might cut some of them. We got both magic weapons, Lunar Flare and the last prism, which is annoying, indeed. We also had a lot of money, so that's really nice. Another... Let's keep these. But we got another portal gun. We got more portal guns. So yeah, we're gonna have to go do more stuff. But before I do anything else, we're going to come over here. I'm going to talk to Mr. Goblin and reforge Meowmere. Let's see if we can't get godly. Dangerous, pointy, ruthless, nasty, shameful. Nope, don't want those. Get away from that. Godly. There we go. Even more damage. So, I will be back once I've defeated the Celestial events again and the Moonlord is approaching. So, be back in a little bit. Alright, so a bit of an uneventful pillars later, and yeah, I died once. I did die once. I actually died to a reflection. Oh, stop hitting me. I died to a reflected attack. The melee, the solar pillar enemies, I don't know which one exactly. Got a buff. One of them does do reflect damage. They can reflect your attacks back at you. And so that was unfortunate, but not a big deal. I was able to get enough fragments, lunar fragments, to make 2 sigils. So we can fight the Moonlord 3 times, this one included. And then hopefully we'll get the Star Wrath one of these 3 times. If it does get boring after this fight, if the other 2 fights don't give me anything, and this fight don't give me anything, then I will just kind of show you guys the final fight. I'll probably not even commentate on it or say anything, but just kind of, we need to finish the series today. We don't have much else to do, and one of the things I do want to kind of have fun with is I want to play around with the Zenith. This is a new weapon for me. I've never used the Zenith before. It wasn't in the game when I've gotten to this point. I've not really played too much 1.4. I was doing a lot of the modded stuff when I came back to Terraria, and mod stuff is fun, but it's an older version, or it was. I think it might actually be newer to the update at this point. Okay, please get over here. Thank you. Okay. The Moonlord is not that difficult at this point. We just need to kind of do the damage. And make sure we don't die. It's more of a pain just to hit him. Because we are melee only, it is annoying to hit the Moonlord. But hopefully, come on, just drop it. You know you want to. That is not the sword I need. Alright, so, yeah, unfortunately it just is the way it is. Let's go ahead and try to fight him again before we lose our buffs. Actually, can I get over here and get the piercing? I also need to... Oh, I don't have any more... I'll have to use another Flask of Ichor as well, I think. Yeah, that was not there. Okay, so no big deal. But we just gotta kill the Moonlord a few more times. Hopefully, we can get what we want and not have to worry about it. But yeah, it is unfortunate, just kind of the range stuff. And if we don't get Star Fury, or no, Star Wrath, it is the Star Wrath, the upgraded Star Fury. Here soon, I will just kind of farm the Moonlord. This fight is honestly kind of simple. At this point, we are post Moonlord gear, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. But we do need to kind of... I need to get used to that arc. There we go. Come on. I don't want to have to use the Solar Eruption, because this does so much more damage. But, yeah, so... Basically, I've not been able to do much of this in-game type of stuff with the Zenith, or even... I've seen the new boss... oh, what's her name? I don't remember what her name is, even. the hollowed boss. That's not the queen slime. I don't remember what it's called. That's how like new it is to me. And I know this update's been out for quite some time, but I was busy with the modded stuff, which is in the older version, as well as journey mode was just taking a little bit before we could get anywhere. And then of course the little hiatus we had because my computer graphics card died, and I have yet to fix that. That is one of the first things I'm going to fix in the nearest future, so that we can get back to all of the old series. I'm missing some of those series. Journey mode actually is one that I'm kind of wishing I could play, but it's on my other computer, so unfortunately just don't have access to the world at this point, so it's just gonna have to wait. Anyways, that is a Sky Island. Luckily we are like right on. We were doing a lot of damage there, which is really nice. Alright, come on and give me the thing I want. Just drop it, Moonlord. I don't really care about anything else. Alright, so hopefully hopefully he'll drop it. Now we will have to fight him one more time, and that is not it. What is that boss's name? That's the crystal. That's the rainbow crystal staff. That is a summon weapon, which is kind of cool, but not what we want. Please stop attacking me. All right. Well, another celestial sigil. I am going to have to fight the lunar events one more time because the series is technically not over until we defeat the Moonlord with whatever I've determined to be the most powerful weapon. There's a couple that are like, it's kind of opinion. For example, magic weapons. There are a lot of weapons that are either high burst damage or fast attack. And it's either one or the other. So I'm kind of using my determination of what I think is probably the best of the weapons. The Zenith is unparalleled. There is no other weapon that is better than the Zenith for a melee character in this game. But for example, there is... I can talk about this a little bit without saying... Because I don't know if I've said what my my goal is for the next thing, which is going to be Ranger, by the way. I've said that a couple times now. But I've not said what the actual weapon we're going to be going after is. And I'm going to save that for the first episode. We'll talk about that then. But for example, there is pre-Moonlord, there is 2 weapons that you get from the, which fragments are they? They're the green ones. Vortex. Yeah, of course, Vortex. The Vortex fragments, there's 2 weapons you can get from that. The Phantasma, something like that. It's the bow. And then you can get a gun. Gun requires ammo, obviously, and the bow does as well. That's something that we're going to have to deal with in the next kind of playthrough. But, you know, whether one is better than the other is kind of completely a personal opinion. I personally like the bow a little bit better than the gun. One, I hate how loud the gun is. The gun is very loud. The Vortex Beater is awful for noise. But I tend to like the bows a little bit better. And that's just kind of my personal opinion. So, what the top weapon that we're going to get for each class is, for some of the classes, going to be just my opinion. Nothing major. It's just a goal. Some of them are hard to get. Some of them are just dropped from the Moonlord, and some of them are drops from other enemies. Summoner. That I can't remember the name of, so I can't say anyway. So it's just one of those things of like, it's just a way to kind of finish up a series, or finish up this series, and set a series. So we'll kind of get to that kind of stuff once we are there, basically. But for now, we just gotta get the last weapon for the Zenith, and hopefully Mr. Moonlord is going to drop it right here and right now. There's a lot of cats there. Please drop it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do this for a while, and I don't really want to. Alright, well, I am going to come back once I have gotten the Moonlord to drop the item we need, and that's probably going to take a while. I need to make sure, I'm going to have to go back and check and see what I'm missing in this slot, because I'm missing something. Oh, I know what it is, Life Force Potion. Okay, I don't care enough about that. The Endurance Potions are a little bit more important. But I'm gonna go fight the Moonlord a bunch more times. I'm only gonna show the, oh hey, this is a interesting item. Abigail's Flower. We'll see that fairly early when we do the summon run. But I don't know why I'm flying over there. Anyways, I'm gonna go fight the Moonlord a bunch. I will show off, probably without audio, at least the drop of, well, without me speaking anyways, at least the drop of the Star Wrath, and then we'll make the Zenith and have a little bit of fun before we kill the Moonlord and finish this challenge. So, yeah, hopefully this doesn't take too long. Alright, so no Star Wrath yet, but the last run I got the Terrarian, which is a yo-yo. It is melee damage, so we can use it. And I figured, why not bring you guys back in for a Terrarian only fight with the Moonlord, because, well, this is, what, the 5th, if my count is correct, since the last, you know, talking fight with the Moonlord. So it's definitely been a little bit annoying. This is actually not too bad. I was gonna say let's use Meowmere when we're like really close, but this is not too bad. I just touch the eyes. I touch where the eyes are. Whoop! I hate it when that happens. I touch where the eyes are going to be, and I should be in range most of the time to hit the eyes, regardless of where they're at. And we're doing good damage, so yeah, the Terrarian is a great way to kill the Moonlord. This was going to be a challenge I considered, doing a yo-yo only challenge. We might still do that at some point in the future, but yo-yo challenges can be kind of fun, just because there are a lot of yo-yos in this game. They like yo-yos for some reason. But let's just go ahead and finish off the Moonlord, and hopefully we can get this Star Wrath drop soon. I'm really getting tired of going and fighting the lunar events over and over again. It's quite annoying, but yeah, the Terrarian is a great way to kill the Moonlord. I might actually switch over to just using this if I need to fight him anymore, which we'll find out in a moment. But yeah, I just wanted to bring you guys back in and show you that fight, and nope. I've also gotten, that's my second mask, so yeah, we've gotten quite a bit of stuff. We also got the Meowmere minecart, which we might go look at after a bit, but I am running out of potions. I am running out of everything. Not that it seems to matter too much, but I'm gonna get this Terrarian to Godly, and it looks like I get to go fight the lunar events again. But then we will come back, and I'm gonna fight the Moonlord until he drops what we need. So hopefully that doesn't take too much longer, but we'll see. Alright, so we finally got the star Wrath, which is a lot weaker. Granted, it is agile, but it shoots stars, much like the Star Fury. It's not a bad weapon, not at all, but we're going to make it a much better one. Now, this is my... okay. My math, if it is correct, we fought the Moonlord 17 times today. Which means I fought the Moonlord 17 times today. I did the Celestial events at least like 5 times. It was awful. For future reference, all other class runs are going to be run in Journey mode. Not that I'm going to play in Journey mode. I'm going to play in normal difficulty. But I want to have the ability, if need be, to actually have, you know, duplication, especially against the Moonlord, because that is just annoying. I don't want to do these celestial events every single, like, 2 fights. In fact, I have to do it again. I have to do it again with the whatchamacallit, because I don't have enough fragments with the Zenith. So I actually got 2 trophies of the Moonlord. We're just gonna put them there. I got a ton of other things, and yeah, that took way too long, but we finally did it. There is all of the other runs. So there's what, 3, 6, 10, yeah, 13 runs there. So we did 4 runs, I believe, on camera, and I used the Terrarian for most of it, because the Terrarian is actually really nice, because it's nice and easy to actually, you know, hit the enemies. And I went ahead and I went and got the yo-yo bag. That just required me to go find a skeleton merchant, which I did. I combined the, let's see, tally counter, lifeform analyzer, and something else to get the REK 3000, and I got the GPS with my watch and compass and depth meter, just so I could see if I was in the cavern lair, because that's where the skeleton merchant spawns. I bought a glove and a counterweight from him, and then I went ahead and made a white string from just cobwebs. Nothing too difficult. But what the yo-yo bag does, if you're not familiar, one, it allows us to have a counterweight, and it just says match our yo-yo skills. Of course it does. It gives us a counterweight when we... Let's find something to fight. Is there really nothing? Why is there nothing spawning? Okay. So it gives us a counterweight. Probably can't see it. But we have 2 yo-yos out. That's kind of the big thing. There's the counterweights. There's 2 counterweights. I think it increases the length of the yo-yo as well. Not entirely sure about that, but basic gist, it makes yo-yos really good. If we ever do a yo-yo run, which we might, that is kind of a necessary item. So we have all these swords. Let's go ahead and get rid of the mushroom. We have all these swords, and we can now combine them and create the Zenith. Now, this does have 304 melee damage. That is not bad, and we are using so many blades. Finally, we have gotten to this point. So let's craft it, and I actually get a achievement for that. Oh, really? Because it's the first time I've made it. So let's get things a little bit nicer. But yeah, this is the Zenith. Pretty powerful. So, first things first, we're gonna go talk to Mr. Goblin and reforge this. I want godly. I don't want anything awful, and we're getting a lot of really, really bad modifiers. Legendary? Legendary will work. I don't know if godly is better than legendary. I don't think it is. Anyways, regardless, this is a very powerful sword. And now the only thing left to do is fight the Moonlord. But before we do that, let's just see a couple of things. So first things first, let's summon the Eye of Cthulhu. And let's say goodbye to the Eye of Cthulhu. Let's say hello. I got to do that in a hollow biome, don't I? There's not a really good hollow biome to actually use. Do I have... Oh, I'm gonna have to search through my chest, aren't I? Because I don't think I put it in here if I had it. So yeah, we completely annihilated the Eye of Cthulhu, which is kind of not surprising. I am looking for somewhere. I thought I had... let's sort items. Make things a little bit easier. I have way too much stuff from the Moonlord. That is not what you want to see. So, let's eat some pizza. I want to eat some pizza. I thought that I had a mechanical boss spawner. And I might, but I might not be seeing it. Is it actually in my piggy bank? Yes. Yes, it is. Alright, so mechanical worm, aka the destroyer. Let's see how... Wow! Yeah, the Zenith is kind of scary. So I'm going to keep you guys with me. And we are going to go fight the Moonlord one last time. But in order to get the Moonlord, we have to summon him in. And that means we have to do the lunar events one last time. So, yeah. The Zenith is really cool. It does show multiple swords. And I can just hold it down. And if I extend the range, it just... It just goes to the edge of the screen. Alright, yeah, this is really powerful, and I don't have any buffs apart from some really good food and sharpened, which is just the melee. What does sharpened do? Melee weapons have armor penetration, so we're just doing full damage instead of armor penetration. Like the enemy armor doing something. So this shouldn't take this long. You guys can bear with me with this one, because I've done this one enough by myself today. I'm really sick of it. I'm sorry. The lunar events are cool the first couple of times you do it, but if you want to just fight the Moonlord, having to do this so often is just so annoying. I would love to see another recipe for the Celestial Sigil that used like one. So for each Celestial Sigil, which is how you summon the Moonlord without doing these events, you need 20 of each fragment. Which, okay, that's fair. But I think once you've defeated the Moonlord and gotten Luminite, maybe have another recipe that uses Luminite. This is ridiculous. We still died, but that's beside the point. I'm not even going to go pick those up. I don't even want them. No reason to. Actually, I like picking items up. Okay, so we're going to continue using the armor penetration. But I would love to see a recipe for the Celestial Sigil that requires Luminite. And instead of requiring like 20 of each fragment, maybe requiring 1 or 5. However you want to balance it. But like, just something so that, you know, rather than using a bunch of fragments, use a good bit of Luminite so that it is a little bit easier to farm the Moonlord, you know? I don't want to have to do this every single time I want to fight the Moonlord. And in normal mode, you get about 30 to 40 fragments. And so sometimes you can get one, but after you've made a bunch of equipment, you're only going to be able to do it, get like one celestial sigil every time you fight the events. So it's pretty rare that I'd have 2 remaining. So it would be something nice for quality of life. I want to be able to farm the Moonlord a little bit easier. The Zenith is ridiculous, by the way. I don't know if... I've not really said much. I've never used this sword. Obviously, I've got the achievement in this episode. I've gotten a couple achievements today, which is kind of nice. I want to get all the achievements eventually. There's a couple achievements that I don't know how difficult it is going to be to get, but we'll see. I think I've gotten most of the achievements, but I believe there might be a few new ones coming once the next update hits, which is potentially going to be soon. But anyways, we got to stay low to the ground. There is an enemy in here. Those guys, the guys that spin but don't look like rocks. I don't know what they're called. That guy, Selenian. Those things are awful. They reflect ranged damage, and so Meowmere was being reflected at me and killing me. I died many a times to reflected damage, and it was awful because I want to get these events over, and the easiest way is just to kind of go back and forth. And with Meowmere, you can reflect the you can bounce the projectiles off of the wall, and it does pretty good. It's just when it gets reflected, it does a lot of damage, and it's not nice. But yeah, this episode is going to be a little bit long, but that is okay. I don't anticipate the Moonlord taking very long to kill with the Zenith. This weapon is really ridiculous. So, just gotta wait for... Let's fly up here so we can get some worms spawning, some crawlipedes. And... there we go. It's just kind of awful waiting for everything to spawn. Like, I don't mind the lunar events, the celestial events, whatever you want to call them. They're not bad in general, but I had to kill the Moonlord almost 20 times today. I don't really want to do that with having to do the celestial events on top of that. There's a lot of things. I want to get this episode out today, and it's gonna be late by the time I get it up on YouTube because I still have to edit, and yeah, this took all day. I just wish there was a nicer way to get the Moonlord spawner without having to do the celestial events constantly. They're really annoying when you've done them 5 times in a single sitting, you know? But, whatever. Enough complaining about that. We just have the Nebula stuff. Unfortunately, no, this is Stardust. This summoned enemies, which is unfortunate because the magic, I think, is the best, because it is the quickest, I believe. I don't know if there's much of a difference. It feels like the magic is the quickest, and the solar, so the melee, is the slowest to break the shield of the pillar. But I found that the Stardust seems to be kind of the worst for spawning enemies in. The range seems to be the best for that. So I don't know if there is a difference. Just kind of, I don't know, anecdotal observations, but this is so easy. I've not let go of the mouse button. I just swing in these swords, and this is melee damage, which is even better. So, unfortunately, none of the other runs are going to have anything as cool as this by the end of it, but I wanted to start off with something that I knew was going to be fun and at least easy to finish. But we will play the rest of the runs in a journey mode. We're not going to do a journey mode world. I need to figure out how that works. What we can do is have a journey mode character where we can duplicate things. And then if we need to, for example, if I need to get, if I'm trying to get a drop from something and it's just not dropping, and it's, let's say, a boss, I can always just go ahead and get enough boss summon items so that I can duplicate and then summon in the boss as many times as I want. I still have to fight the boss basically, but you know, I don't have to grind the materials to get the boss, if that makes sense. For things like unfortunately, let's say the golem. The golem is being really stingy with an item I want. I don't know that the golem ever has anything I want, to be perfectly honest, apart from the beetle armor with this, which was not that hard to get. But, for example, if I need to farm rare mobs, rather than just using battle potions, I could turn up the spawn rates and see if that helps, you know. But let's kill the Moonlord one last time. That does so much damage. Alright, this is ridiculous. The Moonlord has been taking me about, probably 5 minutes to kill every time. And this is just nothing. Wow. Okay. Professional opinion, being somebody that's played a lot of Terraria since the inception of it, this is ridiculous. There's no other way to say it. The Zenith is way overpowered. So, that is going to be it for this episode and this series. We are done with the melee only challenge. We crafted the Zenith, we defeated the Moonlord with the Zenith, and there was no question about it. That weapon is the most powerful melee weapon in the game by far. So, with that being said, that's going to be it for this series. Next time, we will get into the Ranger only challenge, the Terraria played only with ranged weapons, so bows, guns, that's pretty much it. Crossbows, I guess. And we'll see how that turns out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!